Batrisyia and I'm the Intercultural Project Officer at Melton City Council, and I'm here with the Melton Learning Directory. Ramadan is fast approaching, and I have my friend here, Batrisyia, who will be telling us a little bit about the holy month of Ramadan and how the Muslim community here in Melton celebrate.
So Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. It's commonly associated with fasting because part of our religion, of the 5 pillars, is to fast during this month. So in Ramadan, every day we have to fast from sunrise to sunset, which seems difficult, but honestly, if you're doing it every day for 30 days, it becomes normal to you. A lot of the time, people get concerned over whether eating in front of people who are fasting is allowed, but it's not really a fasting from looking at food, it's just from eating it. And there's actually more reward for looking at the food but not being able to eat it, because it's harder, right? And so every morning, right, you have to wake up at 5-ish, well, before sunrise, which is very early, and eat a meal called suhoor, where you have to basically get enough nutrients so that you survive the rest of the day and not collapse midway, which some people do, which is totally valid, but and so for the rest of the day, people have to survive and sort of live with the hunger, because part of our religion is to do so. And at sunset, which everyone looks forward to, of course, you can eat as much as you like. A lot of people eat with family and friends. It's a big thing usually, especially in our culture, to invite people over for iftar, which is what is called, the meal at sunset. And yeah, also throughout the month, there's an emphasis on being more religious, I suppose. You get to pray more, and read more Quran, our holy book. And oh yeah, speaking of prayer, after the sunset prayer, there's this thing called Taraweeh, where you basically get together with the rest of the community and pray at nighttime. And a lot of the time people pray and they get closer to God, Allah, which is always great, but also mix with the community and just talk and hang out, and everyone gets to do it and see each other, and it's always good. We often have Taraweeh prayers every Ramadan, every night at one of the community centers. So, and it's nice to see each other every day, because sometimes throughout the year we don't see each other that much, but Ramadan's a chance to connect with our fellow Muslims and also with our religion.
Batrisyia, can I just ask you a question? What can the broader community do to support their friends, colleagues, neighbours who are fasting during the month of Ramadan?
Well, if you're at work or school, maybe don't expect as much to be done, because on an empty stomach, everyone knows how little you can get done. But try not to be so... sensitivity is always appreciated. Being oh, should I eat in front of you? It's a nice gesture. You technically don't really have to do it, because, right, you don't, part of fasting is to look at food and not eat it, right? So if you cover your food and stuff, it'll help, but you don't really have to. But we appreciate that if you do. And also maybe just get in touch with the community. If you see someone who's not touching any food during lunchtime, maybe just be oh, are you fasting? Do you observe Ramadan? And maybe you can learn something new because every Muslim is different, and they may have different connotations when it comes to the month, and they may want to have someone to talk to about their experiences, I suppose, while fasting. And social interaction is always a good thing. just because you're fasting doesn't mean they have to be isolated from the rest of the world. So just treat everyone who's fasting like a normal person, just part of the course. And yeah, and if you want to learn more, just ask. It's really not that difficult. Every Muslim sort of like knows this stuff, so you could just go up to any random person and just ask, and you'd be able to find out something, even if it's like, if you think it's rude, if it's like, oh, why are you fasting? And then they might have an interesting answer to that. So it won't be like insensitive, because just, you won't offend anybody, just ask. Please do that.
Great, thank you. So I think understanding different people and their cultures is the best way that we can not only learn about each other but also learn about ourselves. So I hope you've gained something out of today's talk, and thanks for listening.
Thanks.